Glad I saved you from that how-to video. All right, today we're going to be talking about several different things, an update on the gun, a new idea about a video format that I'm going to be doing occasionally. Right now we're standing on my deck, and past couple of weeks, see that trampoline? Well, just on the other side of it, I've got a frying pan that I've been shooting at, so we're gonna walk down there. It's just over 100 feet. And last week, this past week, I didn't really have much time to shoot the new gun. It was one of those weeks where you have so many different things going on at one time, you can't really get anything done. But the week before that, I really got to beat it up. I had no failures for about 2,000 rounds, and then I had one failure, and I'll explain that. But here's the frying pan that I have set up that you come out here and spin around. We did get a few pass-throughs on it. And yeah, this is a thin frying pan, but still, I mean, it is what it is for 100 feet in a BB gun. Now, the reason that it failed was when I was putting the thing together. I was in a hurry towards the end, and with the auger, I just pretty much, actually the whole drive system, the gears and everything, I just grabbed what I had and stuck it in there. Just to see if it would work, and the damn thing worked for several thousand rounds without a hiccup. And what finally failed on it was the spring on the auger, and that was a spring that I used to put on them, which was basically the first generation spring. And since then, I'd moved to a tempered non-anchored spring, going to what we're using right now, which is a thicker non-anchored spring. And I was making a bunch of those up, trying to make a bunch of those up this past week to get ready for the all the builds that are coming. And speaking of, I did get another delay on those. The parts still haven't shipped. They had a hiccup in the printing process, so they're probably going to ship next week, and we'll have those pretty soon. But I did decide that since the augers have gotten to like such a state that people have been telling me that they're jam-proof with these new springs, that I've decided that I'm just going to go ahead and start selling them on eBay. I'd heard from Bruce, and he referred to them as basically jam-proof. So if you've watched any of my videos and kind of know how the gun works, I don't think you're going to have any problems with jams with them. Speaking of Bruce, he's been up to a little bit of cool stuff lately. He's been shooting 2200 PSI. And he's been getting some crazy results. So here's his setup. And he asked me, does this look crazy? I said, no, it looks absolutely normal to me. Probably not the right guy to be asking about that. And so here's some Crony numbers, and I've never seen Crony numbers like this. So this has got to be the fastest air shots ever recorded. So here's that. All right, and I did hear from a good old customer of mine. I haven't heard from him in a long time. His name is Joseph, and I built him, I think, 4 guns or something like that. And he's got some that are controlled by the external battery packs, if not all of them. And that extra amperage really does help out with the extreme fire rates. But he told me the other day that he's just got too many of them and not enough time, so he's going to be selling them. And I was thinking about it this morning, and I said, well, you know, I've always wanted people to interact more on my YouTube channel, like in the comments section. So what I'm going to do is do classified videos every once in a while. And with a classified video, I'm going to mark it as classified. So when you're scrolling through YouTube and you see one of my videos that says classified, guys, feel free to, you know, drop down in the comments whatever you have to personally sell. Nothing commercial. And, you know, keep it nice. There's only 2 things that are going to get you blocked and your comments deleted. That's advertising for someone else professionally. You guys know who I'm talking about. And personal attacks on either myself or anybody that's down there in the comments. So just keep it nice and see what's available down there on these videos that I put out. Now to talk about the new gun a little bit. Let's just go ahead and get it. So there she is, and the auger spring in here. The reason I didn't start off with them first is because I had to actually fit it in there I had to work some aluminum in here to get it to actually fit. So before I did that, I wanted to see how the older style augers would work. And, you know, it failed after a couple thousand rounds. But besides that, no problems at all. So after I got the new one in there and made the proper fit, everything works fine. And I've just been blasting away, no jams. Our gun also does not use a shaker, so that's one more moving part you don't have to worry about. And it works fantastic without it. The ones that I'm going to be selling, the first batch, they are going to have external 5-cell battery packs. And some of you have seen me do this before with the Drost. That's where your power goes into the board, and they'll have a little pouch here like Drozmax used to do with his guns. Alrighty, what else? Gonna be doing some more video tests on this probably next week if they'll leave me alone at work long enough to do it. This is a hand grip off of an old military M16. I'm certain of it. I got it at a gun show many years ago. So whatever, if you want to put a fancy Hogue grip on there or whatever, you can do that for sure. And of course, this is a collapsible AR-15 stock that mounts right in the back of the trigger module. So if you don't like the one it comes with, you could just put whatever kind you like on there. Just spend whatever ungodly amount of money you want to on your stock and your handguard. One thing that I don't like about this, and this is going to be fixed, but I just figured that I would bring it up before you guys get these and bring it up to me. The receiver module is not a good fit around the valve body. That causes a couple of problems. Excuse me. This dovetail rail, there's a dovetail rail on the trigger module, and then it is also on the receiver module. Okay, now the way this is put together is if you could bridge this. This would give you a strong point here for the gun. And I do have dovetail to Picatinny adapters that are long enough to bridge this and provide you a real solid connection between your receiver module and your trigger module. However, they will not mesh up because of that gap right there. Now, I did mention this to Ruslan, and he's like, yeah, I'm aware of this problem, I'll fix it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and put these together like this and offer these to the first customers, these two receiver plates, later on down the road when we have it fixed. And it should not be very long. These will be fixed in the next batch, but this is what we have right now, so this is what we're going with. Now, these are getting spoken for pretty doggone quickly. I'm not accepting any money down on them, but people are saying, save me one, save me one, save me one. So I think that there's 4 left as of now that aren't spoken for. And just depending on, how bad you guys want these things, God forbid these aren't the only ones that we ever make, but they're certainly the first ones. Yeah, and hell of a gun. If it's, I just I get amazed sometimes. It's been a long road, a really long road, and look, I mean, really? I just can't believe it sometimes. So anyway, don't forget, guys, this is a classified video. So go ahead, if you have any Blackbirds, any Blackbird parts that you want to get rid of, go ahead and drop them down in the comments for other people to look at, and maybe you guys can link up. Lately I've been getting a lot of customers out of Michigan. I get customers from certain areas. I get a lot of them from Southern California, a lot of them from Michigan, and a lot of them from New York. So you guys could possibly even link up and have fun shooting your Blackbirds or your new guns when you get them. All right, guys, that's about it for this video. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to drop those comments down below, and I'll see y'all later.